Hello again. Again, great job clicking on the video. Again, I respect you being able to get into the routine of doing these things. Can only be helpful. So today for video lecture 5, we've got two things. The first thing we're going to be doing is solving what are called literal equations. So with literal equations, essentially what we're going to be manipulating is you're probably going to see an equation with many variables in it. And the goal is going to be solve a single one. People can get a little overwhelmed with these, but just make sure you're following along with this video, asking yourself questions. And once you understand like what our goal is and what's expected, I think that they fall kind of into place here. So again, making sure if you're taking your notes, right, you've got the 3 spaces. The big idea here is that we're solving for the given variable. We want to get it by itself. And all we're going to do is we're going to move the pieces we want to move. Okay. So in my first example here, we're being prompted to solve for x. So we've got y minus x plus 7, the things we need to move. We need to move this y. We need to move this 7. This x also has this negative in front of it, so we're going to have to navigate that as well. Okay, several different ways to do this one, but the habit I want you to get into is just like point at the things that need to move, right? So to get x by itself, that y needs to move, that 7 needs to move, that negative needs to move. Okay, and how would you move those things, right? This y, how would you move the y to the other side? Well, we would subtract it, right? Just making sure we write minus y. How would we move that 7? We would subtract 7 from the left side. We would also need to make sure we subtract 7 from the right side. Okay. And what we've done is we've zeroed out a couple of pieces on the left side. So we're left with negative x. And on the right side, we've written a z, we've written a minus y, and a minus 7. None of those things go together, right? They're not like terms or anything like that. We're just going to write them. Z minus y minus 7. Just write those things, okay? Lastly, we've got a minus sign. We have a negative in front of this x. We need to, like divide by -1. We need to change the sign on everything. So we need to divide by -1 here. Each piece over here needs divided by -1. So what we will get as a final answer is x equals negative z. We have a negative and a negative with the y, so it's going to be a plus y. And the same thing happens with that 7. We have a plus 7. Okay. So again, we point at things, what needs to move. We just show how we moved it. Okay. All right, let's try one more. So with that one, we were using our additive property a lot of the time. With this one, we're being asked to solve for g. So g is right here. We want that to be by itself. We're pointing at things, saying what needs to move. This 2 needs to move, and the p needs to move. And currently, what is the 2 and the p doing to the g? They're multiplying, right? It's 2 times p times g. So we want to do the opposite, right? We want to move it to the other side. So to move the 2 and the p, we would divide by 2 and we would divide by p. That would kind of quote unquote cancel it out right there, right? Just can't do it to the right side. We have to make sure we do it to the left as well. So we're going to divide by 2p on both sides. So on the right side, we have arrived at g by itself. Great. H2p. Nothing simplifies there. They're all different. So we are just going to write H2p and you're done. Okay, we're just manipulating formulas essentially. This is the practice that we're going through here. Okay, I want you to notice in the beginning, right? 2 and the p we're multiplying. In the end, they're a division. We're solving, right? We're doing the opposite. So this should work out. And one last one for literal equations. We're going to solve for x. So we have an x on the inside of this set of parentheses. The things that need to move is this 3 needs to move. It's multiplying. This c needs to move. It's adding on the inside of the parentheses. Okay. So those are 2 things to move. I want you to think about how you would move those. Is there one that you should move first? Can you move both of them at the same time? what are we going to do? So some people, a lot of people actually will have the thought to kind of distribute this 3. And you can do that, but what that ends up doing is it's giving the X more things for you to then have to get rid of, okay? So instead of doing that, what I would suggest you do is that 3 is multiplying, just don't multiply, just divide it to the other side. So we are gonna take this whole thing, we're dividing by 3, we're dividing the right side by 3 as well, okay? Now, since this whole left side is multiplied by 3 and divided by 3, right, that makes a big 1, cancel out. We end up with X plus C, and we've got P divided by 3. Okay. Last little bit, right? We need to move the C to get X by itself. We're going to subtract C from the left side and the right side. We have to decide where should the C go. Does it get combined with anything? And additionally, should it get included in this fraction that's written there, right? We've written P divided by 3. Should that C also be divided by 3? And the answer is no. We don't want that C divided by 3. It's just a plain C. So we are going to write P divided by 3, subtract C. What I like to look for with these, right? So with what we started with, there was a 3 multiplying on the outside. And at the end, it's dividing. And I would consider it kind of like on the inside, right? There's some stuff on the outside now. We started with a plus C on the inside of some parentheses. We ended with a minus C on the outside of this fraction that we created, okay? Again, go ahead into your ALEKS, give a few of these a try. What you're looking for is these topics that say solving for a variable in terms of other variables. That's what you're gonna be looking for. All right, again, great job. See you soon.